wash it. It takes like almost a 3-day process of washing it, soaking it to get all of that out, because there's so much sodium, so much sand in there, because it's organic. It's not we made it in the lab. We growing it. It's in the sea. So you have to literally sit there and soak it, and I have to put lime juice in it to clean it, and alkaline to make it alkaline. And then also I use alkaline or purified water. I don't just wash it with regular water. Like it's a whole little process. So doing all of that takes away that strong taste, because when I first started, I didn't do that. And when I was eating it or drinking it, that junk tastes like I was just licking, I don't know, the salt off the, I don't know, I was just licking straight up salt. I was like, oh my God, this is strong. But no, now it's like, it's not as potent once you clean it and get everything out of it as far as the salt and sand goes. But you can do it. I mean, if you're doing these shots from like Arden Gardens, you know how strong some of those can be. Like it's easy. It's more the consistency that's weird, because it's like a gel. And the way that it looks is like, eh. But man, once you get on it, once you get on it, you're gonna be on it. Like you're gonna be like, I need some more. But my son is the one that came up with the fact of selling it. Like he's so big on this pandemic right now of just people being aware of what's going on. He's a hustler too, man. He got a new hustle all the time. But I was making the sea moss for my all my friends for the party. My friends all received thank you bags or gift bags, but in their thank you bags, it was homemade hand sanitizer in there, sea moss, mask, tissue, like things that you need during this quarantine that we're not accessible to. So I sat down and really like, man, it took me hours to make some hand sanitizer. But he was like, Mommy, why don't we sell this to people? Like we've been eating this forever. You so big on it. Why don't we give this to people? Like they need it. And I said, well, you do it. He was like, okay. And literally, as soon as I posted it, like he sold out. He sold out ASAP. So now I got a shipment in. Not even gonna lie. Got a shipment in. Just when I just went to the door just a minute ago, this was my shipment. I got a shipment of sea moss now because he's completely sold out, and it's quality. Like I ain't gonna BS nobody. I'm getting the real deal because I want everybody to be healthy. Like people know not running to the store to get toilet paper and all that stuff. People know to build your immune system. You're going to be A1. Like, literally, if I get a cold, Lord forbid it goes further, but I'll be sick for maybe 24 hours and boom, like, because of the homeopathic stuff that I do, it clears it up. Ain't no Tylenol, ain't no Alka-Seltzer Plus going to do nothing for me when it comes down to what God gave us on this earth to nurture our bodies. Whatever's on this planet, we can beat any cancer, any sickness. All this stuff is on this earth, and we just got to utilize it. Like, and we don't understand it. But now that this is going on, it's like people are speaking out and saying, hey, do this. Hey, do the boils, do the steams. Like, we've been doing it. People just don't know about it because it's not promoted. But as Black people, this is in our DNA to heal ourselves this way. Because if we was back in our roots, this is how we would be healing. We wouldn't be at the drugstore. Somebody be whipping up something in the kitchen, and that's what we'll be taking. So the sea moss does that for you. It's really, really good. And we're on like elderberry, echinacea, golden steel. Like we're on all that stuff on a regular. So when this pandemic came about, I said, I ain't gonna be stupid and be like, oh, I'm invincible. But I know like my body is ready to fight. And that's what we got to do, is put our body in a position that if it does come our way, we're defended at all costs. So it's important. Like I ain't trying to sell y'all a dream, be like, take sea moss, you're cured. But
well, you got people in the comments, myself included, asking like, okay, where's the link that we can buy it? Can we go to the link in your bio?
It's no link in my bio, my music in my bio, but because the business is in my son's name now, it's in his bio. So I can put go on my page. I have a post with my son on there, and he has pictures of the sea moss. But I'll also go ahead and post something on my page when we get off live and let you guys follow him and go about clicking the link in the bio. How I'm doing it though right now is like if I'm selling out of the state, it has to be overnight shipping because it has to stay cold. The sea moss lasts for 3 weeks after it's made, or you can freeze it and it's good up to a year until you unthaw it, and then it's good for 3 weeks. So I have to overnight ship the sea moss. So you got to pay for that overnight shipping. But if you're local, then I'll have a setup where I'll be able to, on Tuesdays and Fridays, I'm going to be able to have someone giving the sea moss out to the people that ordered in the Metro Atlanta area. So it's, you can go to Kobe's page. You can DM me if you need a personal order, if you don't want to be on the website. But however we got to get it done, I'll make sure I get it to people because we really need it. We really, really do.
I'm pulling up for that CMOS.
You
That
better.
this is very educational for real. So I'm gonna
Um,
wrap it up with my quarantine questions.
okay.
All right. So
Yeah.
what's the best thing you've watched so far on TV during this time?
The best thing I watched. Man, I had watched that Containment. Have you seen Containment?
No, I haven't seen Containment, but a lot of people have been talking about that.
Man, I seen Containment. I had anxiety. I don't even have anxiety problems. I had anxiety watching that whole thing. I literally watched it within a day and a half, all 13 episodes. I had anxiety, but it was filmed in Atlanta about a pandemic
Mm.
and about a virus that was killing everybody. And it was filmed in 2016. And I'm just like, this seems so real right now. I was like losing like that junk is crazy. It was really good though. I really wish they would have continued. I bet they wish they did too because of what's going on right now.
Probably everybody be watching that joint right now.
Yeah, because it's so much information. It's
Right.
crazy how how Hollywood or how film and productions can come up with ideas like this. So that was really good. But we've got into the fact that there's home theater now. All the movies are coming out at home, and you pay your $20 to watch it at home. So me and my son and Eight, my boyfriend, we all watched Sonic the Hedgehog the other night. So that was really
Oh,
fun.
no.
It was good. It was really good. So that's what I've been doing. I don't really watch TV.
Okay.
We're mostly sports people. So right now with sports not on, we don't really watch TV. I don't watch
Right.
the news. So we're really in the studio, but movies, we're big movie heads. So we love movies. So that's what we've been doing, watching
So
movies.
as an animal advocate, the Lion Queen herself, you have not watched Tiger King. I want to get your opinion on it.
Okay. I watched some of it, but
You watched some of it.
the way that they perceive my boy, my
Yeah,
uncle,
the guy from Myrtle Beach. They brought him up on charges. I wanted to ask you about that.
yeah, the way they did my boy. The thing is, it's so crazy. Tila, his daughter, she's not mentioned on the show at all, but his daughter, me and her are really close. Um, she texted me and was like, Ree, how do you handle the fact of being on television and getting the bashing and the trolling? I'm losing my mind. And when I read it, I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? She started telling me like the comments and everything that they were doing towards their establishment and their dad and everything. Like it was giving her so much grief because that's not them. Like the man, when I'm telling you, like I'll put my last behind that organization. They are real people. They are loving people. They do whatever they can for the environment. And it's no catch. It ain't no secrets. Ain't no lies behind that. Like I didn't just go to Myrtle Beach and go to their exhibit. I
Right.
stayed with them. I was eating dinner with them. I was with them for 3 days. Me and my family was with them for 3 days. And we were with them all the time. So it's like, I didn't just experience it like, oh, this was fun. Like I got to see the way they live, how they actually
Sure.
take care of the animals. Like they treat them like real, like that's their kids for real, like with real love. Like they're the priority. Those kids are the priority. When the kids, the animal kids are their priority. So watching that, I was like, I ain't even finna give it my view. Like I'm not because I know it. I know that that's not what he thought he was getting into. I know that he was so strict on not doing reality TV or not doing a documentary because he know that these film and production crews and the editing can be so trash or say whatever they want to twist stuff. Like he stayed away from that for so long because he built a brand that's so reputable that now people
Yeah,
are questioning it. And
they are.
Tila was just like, well, Ree, how do you deal with that? And I'm like, man, you just got to wake up another day. Like, you got to know that in your heart you're doing the right thing, and that's not what you are. Because even with the show Growing Up Hip Hop last season, I can say, and they know it, E1, We TV know that the way I was portrayed was not who I am.
No,
So this year,
I would agree with you on that. That's yeah.
thank you.
Because
So
when I was watching some of the clips, I'm like, that's not the person that I met or I got to know and stuff. Because I
exactly,
actually watched some of it after like me and you met,
yeah.
and I was just
So
like,
that right there, like, made Tila like, well, we know who you are, and how do you deal with how they go about editing and making you look like somebody else? It's just like, God knows who I am, and my people know who I am, and it's just time will come where I'll show the whole world outside of television, who I really am. And I had to tell her the same thing. I was like, don't stress, because that's the worst thing. Like, it got to a point last year, I really was wanting to deactivate my Instagram. Because I'm like, man, I'm the realest person in the world. Like, I don't do no flaw stuff. I ain't no conniving snake. I'm not a user. I don't think I'm better than nobody. I feel like I'm the most down to earth person. And I'm like, they portraying me like I was this and this and that. I was so mad, but I didn't understand TV. I
Right.
just understand the streets. I don't understand. I didn't understand Hollywood. I don't understand that situation. So I didn't get that it was made for TV. The way they edited, no matter what scenes I was actually doing, it was made for good TV, and it's about making money. And I get it, but I just didn't get it then. So I was like, oh my god, like this is not me. I ain't no mean person. Like I'm a tough ass, but I ain't no bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Right.
I didn't like that. But with the Tiger King is like, I think I may go back and watch it just because. But nah, they played my boy. They played my boy, man. He's one of the best, man, one of the best people on this planet for real. And family, everybody is. The whole
You
family
never
is.
you never went to Joe Exotic's spot though.
Nah, I ain't with the Joys.
You ain't go you ain't go to Joe Exotic's joint.
I know of some people that did too. It's crazy, but no. But you know what? I went to the one in Miami
Okay.
with Mario. Mario's a big drug dealer that's on there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he was a big drug dealer, and he turned that money and that he had and that passion into loving for animals. Like, if you watch him, if you see, like, when I met him, I was like, why dude be seeming like he got a little chip on the shoulder? But that's just because he like a boss. He a real boss. And them animals come first. So when it comes down to people that love animals, sad to say, we kind of put the earth things before people. And people are very important, but God put us on the earth for the earth. And then to ordain the people, because who was first? The plants, the animals, the water, the land. And God put us on here to make sure that all that was cultivated properly and in order. So it's like, we got to love our planet, you know? So these people that are in love with these animals, that's all they care about. That's all they care about. But no, I don't know Joe, man. I need to talk to Joe. Joe is
You need to talk to
Joe is a character, man. That man crazy.
Yeah, that joint was wild though.
Yeah.
Have you tried to cook any new foods?
What did I cook new? I'm a chef. Like if I ain't cooking in here, I'm cooking in the kitchen. But me being mostly pescatarian, slick vegetarian, because I don't be buying salmon every day. That's a lot. So we mostly eat vegetable meals. It's really nothing that I tried new. To be real, like cooking new. I know how to cook everything. It ain't. I want to learn how to bake. My brother's little girlfriend, she was the one that baked all my stuff yesterday for my party, and she's really really good. She's dope. She's only 17 and makes cakes and pastries like she's freaking Martha Stewart or somebody. Like she's fine. Like she's fine. So I want to now. She's inspired me to want to learn it. I don't want to have a business like her, but I want to learn because it's like dang, like it's dope. So Jaria, that's her name. She's super dope. So that's what I want to do. So I watched her bake and stuff. And it's really cool.
Nice. My last question before I get you up out of here is: we're in a time where there's so much fear and uncertainty, and people losing their jobs, and nobody seems to have the answers. Whether it's the government, scientists, doctors, whoever. The main thing they're telling us is just social distance and stay away from each other.
Right.
What advice would you give to people during this time, whether they're artists, have a 9-to-5 job, or whatever they do? What advice would you give to people during this time?
Right. Again, that immune system, I would tell that to everybody. Protect that immune system. Build that immune system up. That's your biggest defense mechanism. And listen, I mean, it's hard to be like, we got to follow these rules. We don't even know what's true, what's not. But it's like, at this point, we have to listen. That's the only thing that we have guidelines on. We can't be ignorant and be like, well, forget that. We finna go do this and we finna be out here. And it's like, man, people are actually dying. That's the scary part. Nobody's just like having a little cold and everybody's like, oh, dang, it's a bug going around. Like, no, it's people are dying. And that's I know people that have died. And that right there is very alarming. So it's like, why risk it? You know, why risk killing someone or killing yourself over what's going on right now? We don't know how this came about. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I'm a realist. We don't know how this came about. This is not God given. This ain't something that God put on here that's how I feel. That's my opinion. So therefore, you need to listen. It's as scary as it sounds. It's like we can't do nothing but listen. So I just want people to follow the protocol. Let's get up out of here. Let's get people back to doing their regular lives, and just keep your body healthy. Don't get some sleep. I need to listen to that, but get some sleep. Yeah. You know, try to eat healthy right now. Like my boyfriend, he wasn't a vegetarian, a pescatarian, but during this time he switched to being a vegetarian because we know that eating better can help your immune system. So right now, just do your best by getting your rest, treating your body right, praying, okay?
Man,
Be
yes.
spiritual, very spiritual. That's all we can do. Follow orders, man. Sometimes that's just what you got to do in life until you get past this hump right now.
That's right. And get that sea moss. Because I'm going to
And
give
get
me some
that
sea
CMOS.
moss.
And everybody should come out of this pandemic with a new blueprint, a plan, a business, an idea. I
Yes.
told all my friends, if after this, y'all ain't got a new thing that y'all doing, you ain't doing shit. So if you ain't coming out as a better person somewhere or finding a new hustle, something wrong with you. And I need to reevaluate my circle. But I challenge everybody to come out with a new idea to work on, because now we see if we don't have multiple sources of income, what are we doing? We at home waiting on these stimulus checks, and no shade to anyone that's waiting on the stimulus checks, but my bills are very expensive. I take care of a lot of people, and $1,200, I ain't gonna say that it don't do nothing for me. It does. It's a help. But what about the people that make a living off of certain things that they can't do right now, and their bills are way higher than $1,200? What are
Yeah.
they gonna do? Shout out to all the people that $1,200 help, because I'm appreciative of seeing people able to, maintain with that amount of money. But what about the people that out here getting in and hustling and bills are way higher than that? That's hard. But then it makes you realize saving, financial awareness is so important, because if you will save, like, that's the only reason why I'm okay right now. It's because
Yep.
how we work when it comes to our money is like, we don't go out splurging. You'll never see me. I'm not a fashion person when it comes down to designer and all that stuff, because that don't matter. I'd rather have money in my account for, they say rainy days. This is
Yep.
our rainy day. I'm not the person that's waiting on, oh, well, they say you can wait to be late on your rent, or you can be late on your mortgage. Nah, that stuff is still turned on. It's my stuff is turned in, and my bills is turned in on the time that is requested, because that's just how the saving mentality got me to this point where I'm okay. I ain't having an income, so that's bothering me, because I'm always about making $1 every day.
Right.
But saving is so important. So as a Black community, we need to be saving money,
Yep.
finding other means to making money, and that's important. That's a whole nother conversation that we don't do.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
as
man.
always, I always enjoy talking with you. I always take something away. I learned a lot. I hope everybody that joined us learned a lot. So I appreciate you. Stay safe. I'm gonna be ordering that sea moss. I'm gonna connect you with some people who I think might make good managers,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be looking for my invite for that next party.
I got you, man. Hey.
Right now, I got the
Hey,
mask
man.
and everything. I come with the gloves on. I just want to be.
We need an
I just want to be
exclusive
around
Pandora.
all that Black women excellence that you had going on up in there the other night.
And all of them are business owners. The crazy thing,
I love
every
it.
last one of them.
I love it. You talk
So
about
yeah, well, I
money.
appreciate you. You know your family, and whatever you need from me, I'm here. And I got you on the
All
sea
good.
moss too.
Yeah. Have a good
All
night.
right, man. I love